Welcome to Scale Up University. Welcome to the course on building applications with AI agents. So, this is the lecture number 7 of module 1, real world use cases of AI agents. So, up to this point of the course, we have already discussed about the definition of AI agents, what exactly we mean by AI agents. We looked into the architecture of AI agents, wherein we saw that AI agent is a process, it's a loop which keeps on running until the goal is achieved. AI agents they can interact with the tools, models. We also looked into the capabilities of AI agents, and in the previous lecture we saw the enabling technologies for AI agents. Now in this lecture we will be like discussing something very important, that is problems agents what problems agents i- they are good in solving. So what problems are agents uniquely good at solving? In this lecture you will realize that AI agents they are not built for novelty, means we don't build AI agents to achieve something which we haven't achieved yet, like to create something very unique. Rather we use AI agents to reduce cognitive load, wherein the workload, the execution is taken care by the AI agents and humans will approve. So with AI agents, humans they take the role of approver, wherein AI agents will take care of executing most of the work. So AI agents they reduce cognitive load, they automate decision heavy workflows, wherein they can handle uncertainty, they can adapt, and they can automate the workflows. And we use AI agents to scale human expertise. Like we have seen that large language models, they can act, they can take the role of a project manager, they can take the role of a product manager, AI engineer, like any role you want to give it, you can give it. They can take it. So human expertise, the lawyer, legal, all that they can take. So AI agents they can scale human expertise. So this is what is the crux of this lecture. Like in this lecture, we will be discussing some very interesting real world use cases of AI agents, and this lecture will give you a feel of how AI agents are solving some real world problems. We are able to achieve some real world value out of AI agents. So that is what this lecture is about. So in this lecture, we will be looking at some topics, like we'll be talking about customer support agents. So applications of AI agents, like the real world use case as customer support agents, personal assistant agents, legal agents, advertising and marketing agents. And we will then look why these use cases work so well in agentic AI framework, common pattern across use cases. And finally, we will conclude this lecture by discussing what agents are not used for. So it is going to be a very interesting lecture. We will be discussing all these topics one by one. So module 1, introduction to agents, lecture 7, real world use cases of AI agents. And we are starting with the first topic of this lecture, customer support agents. So customer support is the perfect environment for agents, because here agents will be dealing with high volume, because like lots of customer queries agents might get, so high volume. The goals are very clear, like whatever the issue, the concern the customer is facing, we have to resolve it. The task is like a very repetitive in nature, and frequent escalation paths, wherein if AI agent is not able to resolve the query or satisfy the customer, then AI agent will escalate the issue to the human agent. So customer support. So customer support I think the concept is very clear to you. Like, let us suppose you are using a e-commerce platform. So as a customer, you ordered something and you haven't received the product. Then you will go to the customer support section of that e-commerce portal. There you will raise your concern, and then it's the responsibility of the e-commerce platform to handle your concern. And now here AI agents can play a role. They will first like look into the issue, the problem you are facing, the concern. Then they have to plan a strategy to resolve the issue. So that is what we will discuss how it will do. So if we talk about customer support agents, they support automated responses. So the idea is that customer support agents, they can answer FAQs, frequently asked questions, because that knowledge is fed into them. They can resolve common issues. They can guide users through workflows. And AI agents, customer support agents, they can operate 24 cross 7. And these are like some very interesting capabilities uh, which AI agents are very good in accomplishing, with which we can very easily replace human agents. Because since AI agents, customer support agents, they can answer FAQs to a very good precision, they can resolve common issues, they can guide users through workflows, and they can operate 24 cross 7. We can very easily replace human agents with customer support agents. So the key advantage is responses are context aware. So this is very important. So see, until now in traditional programming, what we have been doing is that if else logic, or if you are any AI model you are training, it is like very brittle in nature. Like whatever knowledge you have fed, it will give answer based on that. But what if any edge case pops up? Now AI agents, since they are connected with LLMs, now LLMs, they are very good. So if you pass, provide a appropriate context, it will generate response accordingly. So responses are context aware for large language models. And this is a very interesting thing, because with this AI agents, they can handle uncertainty. So this is something which makes it very powerful. So AI agents, customer support agents, they are context aware and they are not scripted. Scripted means, okay, whatever we just tell, like write the logic, it's not like that. They are going one step ahead. They're context aware. So these agents, they adapt based on user input. So so this makes automated responses feel like more natural, more human like. And hence customer support agents can replace humans, or they can like do a very good job in generating automated responses. So unlike static chatbots, these agents, customer support AI agents, they decide how to respond. They decide on their own how to respond and not just what to say. So it's not about the content, but it's about how to respond. And that is what makes customer support agents so powerful. Now we are getting a feel of AI agents, because until now, whatever we have studied, now we are discussing the real world application of that. So very easily we can say that in automated responses, AI agents can play a very interesting role, wherein it can generate context aware responses, it can adapt on the fly, and it can decide how to respond and not just what to say. Customer support agents can also play a role in personalization, wherein customer support agents, they personalize by using customer history. They will use customer history as the context. They will recognize past interactions, and they will adapt tone and detail level based on the historic conversations. In this way, the conversation can be more personal, and it can be a great value addition, because as a customer, I will like that, okay, the agent, because as a customer, I don't know I'm talking to AI or human. But if he is also like referring the agent is also referring to the my past uh, interaction, then I'll feel more safe, and I'll build more trust. So for new user, this customer support agent will be needing more guidance. But for power user, for a repeating user, customer support agents will be able to resolve, like it will be able to concise resolution. So this personalization, it improves satisfaction, trust, as I said, and resolution time also. This is very important. Resolution time will also be reduced, because customer support agent will already be having some very interesting and important information about the customer, which it can make use of while resolving a concern or a issue. So we are getting a feel of real world application of an AI agent like the customer support agent, wherein we saw how good it can be in generating automated responses and how good it can be in personalization. So next is the escalation handling. Now here also customer support agents can play a very interesting role. See, not every issue should be automated. There might be some issues wherein AI agents might get confused. So here customer support agents, they're smart enough to decide when the confidence is low, when the policy limits are reached, and when emotional escalation occurs. And based on that, they can escalate the issue to the human agent. And when they do so, they summarize the issue for the human agent. They provide context to human agents, and in this way they reduce handoff friction, and this makes it very powerful, escalation seamless. So the idea is that first, AI agents, customer support agents, will try to resolve the issue, the problem, and if they are not able to do so, they'll talk with they'll escalate it to the human, and the handoff will be so seamless that AI agents, it will give a summary of the issue for the human agents, and they will provide context to the human agents. And this creates human agent collaboration and not replacement. So we cannot replace humans with AI agents. Rather, we have to use AI agents along with human agents. Sentiment analysis. So customer support agents, they can also play a very interesting role in sentiment analysis, wherein these agents, they can monitor the emotional tone, they can monitor the frustration signals and escalation risk, and based on that they can adapt by changing response style, escalating earlier. Like if agents can sense that, okay, the human the customer is getting frustrated, then to be on the safe side, AI agents can escalate the concern to the humans. AI agent can bring human agent in the picture, and they can adapt by slowing automation. So sentiment awareness turns agents from transaction handler into experience managers. So this is very interesting. Until now, this automated bot, chatbots, or AI agents, we will not call AI agents, rather the like normal static chatbot, I can say that they're transaction handlers. But AI agents, customer support agents, they are experience managers. They are managers. They know how to act, how to respond. They know when to do what. So experience managers, cost reduction and scale. So customer support agents, they reduce human workload. So this is something very powerful, because now we are convinced that the first interaction of the customer should be with the customer support agents, AI agents, because they can handle the initial query, they can resolve around 20 to 30% of the cases, even more than that also. And when needed, escalation, like the issue can be escalated so that human agent can come into the picture, and it will certainly reduce the human workload. It will handle peak traffic. It will scale without linear hiring. So this is something interesting which we can achieve with AI agents: scale without linear hiring. So organizations, they achieve lower operational costs because now less people needs to be managed, faster response times, and global coverage. So this is something very interesting. So we saw how customer support agents can add real value. So this is like one of the very interesting use case of AI agents, personal assistant agents. So this is also one of the use case. So who are personal assistants? So personal assistants are digital workers for everyday task. Like uh, normally we used to have humans. We say na personal assistant. So now we have personal assistant agents, AI agents playing the role of personal assistants. So personal assistant agents, they operate close to the user. They are very close with the user. They are goal driven. Like personal assistant has got goal. They are goal driven. They are proactive and they are persistent. Now, what all capabilities this personal assistant agents have got? Scheduling and reminders. So personal assistant agents, they can play a role in scheduling and reminders, wherein they can manage calendars, they can resolve conflicts, they can set reminders, they can adjust schedules dynamically. So this is what makes this AI agent so powerful. Here, the good thing is that the user or the human, they are not, they will not at all guide the system, the digital system, how to act, because so the user, they will just hire a AI agent, personal assistant agent they will hire, and that personal assistant agent, it knows what to do, and because then it will do that. So it will manage calendars, resolve conflicts, set reminders, adjust set schedule dynamically. So here the key difference is that, like, what's the key difference with the traditional uh, personal assistant? So AI agent, it can reason about priorities. It can decide. Let us suppose there is a confusion in taking a decision whether I should go for plan A or plan B. Then this personal assistant agent can play a role here. It can reason about priorities. It it can negotiate constraints. Let us suppose travel time is a constraint I am facing with. Then the goal to be achieved, it will help me, it will guide me in achieving the goal in the fastest way possible based on the available resources. So that is something very powerful about AI agents. And AI agents, they can adapt over time based on the user behavior and based on the real world environment. They can adapt over time, and this makes them very powerful. Personal assistant agents, they can play a role in information retrieval as well. So the good thing about AI agents is that they can search across resources, sources, they can filter relevance, they can summarize results, and they can track follow-up needs. So instead of links like the Google search or any search, they web search, they supply links. So AI agents, instead of links, they deliver actionable knowledge. So AI agents, they will just uh, explore the web and they will decide what to do. So they deliver actionable knowledge which the user can make use of. Task automation. This is something very interesting, wherein AI agents, they can take care of the task. They can automate emails, to-do list, report presentation, report preparation, workflow coordination. All that can be taken care by AI agents itself, personal assistant agents. So they don't just execute, they decide what task matter. They decide sequence execution, and they decide, they also track completion. So while automating tasks, AI agents they like prioritize the task. That's the sequence of actions, sequence execution they decide, and they also track completion. So that's the idea. Also, smart device integration. So uh, personal assistant agents, we can integrate it with some gadgets or devices like personal assistant agents. We know that agents they can interact with the tools, so they can interact with smart homes, IoT, embedded systems. Personal assistant agents they can control devices, they can coordinate actions, they can respond to triggers, and this is something very powerful. So this bridges digital intelligence with physical environments. Legal agents. So agents, they're knowledge intensive because lot all the legal knowledge they have with them, and high value automation we can achieve with legal agents, because legal work, as you all know, it is document heavy, research intensive, time sensitive, and error intolerant. And AI agents, they thrive here. If we talk about document analysis, so AI agents, they can analyze the document. The legal agents, what all they can do is they can review contracts, they can identify key clauses, detect risk, compare versions, and this reduces review time, human error, and cognitive overload, because now most of the work is taken care by the legal agents, legal agent itself. So no need for humans. Human will play the role of approver. So cognitive overload, we are able to reduce the time, the human error, all that we can reduce. Legal agents, they can also do the legal research, wherein these agents, they can search case law, they can track precedents, they can summarize rulings, they can cross reference statutes. So the idea is that instead of replacing lawyers, they amplify legal reasoning capacity. So the idea is that legal agents, along with the lawyer, they can amplify legal reasoning capacity. They can play a very powerful role in legal research. Then we have compliance monitoring. So AI agents, legal agents, they can do the compliance monitoring. So how it works is, so legal regulations, they change constantly, because like with time we see amendments in the law, in the act, so many amendments we see. So regulations, they change constantly. So these legal agents, what they can do is that they are up to date, they can monitor updates, they can flag violations, they can track compliance status, and they can generate alerts in the real time. Like, so this makes them proactive, and this is like a very powerful capability of legal agents, wherein they are proactive, like they are constantly watching the regulation changes, they are monitoring the updates, they're like they can flag violations, track compliance status. So legal agents, they are proactive, so compliance monitoring. And legal agents, what else they can do is they can perform case management. So how it works is, these agents, they help with deadlines, documentation, task tracking, and workflow coordination. So this improves case efficiency, organizational clarity, and outcome reliability. So legal agents, they are very powerful. So we are getting a feel of real world use cases of AI agents. Okay, advertising and marketing agents. So now we'll look into the advertising and marketing agents. So it's like optimization at scale. So if we talk about marketing, so we all know that marketing, it is data rich. We need lots of data in deciding, making marketing strategies, running ad campaigns, and all that. Marketing is very dynamic in nature and it is highly competitive. And the good thing is that agents, they excel at continuous optimization. Like agents, they are also very much adaptable, they're dynamic in nature. So agents, they excel at continuous optimization. So with advertising and marketing agents, we can optimize at scale. So audience targeting. So if I talk about finding the target audience, so these marketing agents, they analyze demographic data, they detect behavioral patterns, and they segment audiences dynamically. So this marketing agents, on their own, like they can analyze the demographic data, they can recognize the patterns, behavioral patterns, and based on that, dynamically, they can segment audience. So the idea is these marketing agents, they adapt targeting strategies in real time, and this is what makes them very powerful, because we are doing marketing in a real world. The real world is very dynamic, it is very uncertain in nature, and this marketing agents, they can very easily adapt in real time. So that is what makes them very powerful. Marketing agents, marketing and advertising agents, they also play a role in content generation. So these agents, they generate ad copy, social media post, campaign variants. So these agents, they can generate, because we know now LLMs can generate content. So we can generate graphics and all that. Now these agents, advertising and marketing agents, they can even play a role in A/B test content. They can adjust messaging and match platform constraints. So the idea is that now with this advertising and marketing agents, the content, it becomes adaptive and not static. So this is something very powerful. Based on the need of the hour, the content will get generated. The content will become adaptive and not static. So this is something very interesting. Performance analytics. Now, agents, they can also play a role in marketing analytics, wherein agents can monitor click-through rates, conversion metrics, engagement trends. Agents, like the advertising and marketing agents, they can detect underperformance, they can recommend adjustments, they can trigger optimization actions. So analytics, it becomes decision driven, not passive reporting, because agents, they are so smart. Like advertising and marketing agents, they can detect underperformance, and they can even recommend adjustments, and they can trigger optimization actions. Because of that, because until now analytics was passive reporting, but now agents, they have the ability to act. So not only they are reporting the issues, but they are also trying to resolve it. So decision driven, so analytics become decision driven, not passive reporting. Advertising and marketing agents, they play a role in budget optimization. So what agents can do is, these advertising and marketing agents, they can allocate budgets dynamically. This is very interesting. Shift spend across channels and optimize return on investment continuously. This allows faster experimentation, reduced waste, and better outcome at scale. So definitely return on investment will skyrocket. So we saw how powerful advertising and marketing agents can be. Why these use cases work so well? So we discussed three use cases. Like any use case you take, AI agents, they succeed across domains. So why AI agents, they succeed across domains? Let us try to answer this. So see, agents, what they do, they break the goal into sequence of actions. So tasks are multi-step, because any domain you take, any goal we are trying to achieve, we have to perform sequence of actions, and agents can do that, and hence agents succeed. Agents, they are action oriented. So decisions matter more than predictions. Agents are equipped with memory and state. So context accumulates over time. So in agentic framework, with every interaction, context is getting accumulated and that plays a very important role. And if we talk about AI agents, since guardrails are there, constraints are there, AI agents, they exhibit constraint behavior. So safety and guidance, so human oversight remains important. Like AI agents will always work under human, despite their autonomous. They cannot be free from the goal. So they're constrained. So these are exactly the environments agents were designed for. So now it is making sense that why agents succeed across domains, because any domain you take, if you want to accomplish a goal in a particular domain or a very big task, you have to break it into small tasks. Tasks are multi-step. Agents supports sequence of actions. Agents, they are action oriented, they can act, they have the ability to act. So here agents, they are not just recommending or making predictions, but they are executing also on the behalf of the human. Agents, they have got memory and state, so context is there with them. Because of that, they are evolving, they are adapting because of the context. And safety and guidance, because agents, they exhibit, AI agents, they exhibit constraint behavior, and hence we can say that AI agents, it succeed across domains. Now if we talk about common agent deployment pattern, this is very important. So regardless of the industry, this agent deployment pattern works. So how it works is, so first is the goal definition. So first we have to start with a goal. So we started with a goal, then context gathering mechanism should be there associated with that goal. Then now agent, what it will do is that it knows, so context gathering is the perception. So agent, see, we have already seen that AI agent goal driven. So agent knows, okay, this is the goal I want to accomplish. Perception is the context gathering. Then what AI agent will do? It will plan. And what is the plan? Action plan, sequence, a set of actions need to be executed to achieve the goal. Then execution. Then the AI agent will execute. It will make use of tools. It will execute. Then it will monitor. Like it will evaluate the outcomes. It will monitor. And if it feels like it is drifting away from the goal, then it can escalate also. Like it can bring human into the picture if needed. Escalation if needed. And then otherwise what it can do is that it can like revise on its own, revise the plan, revise the strategy. That is the adaptation, and it will keep on doing it. This pattern repeats until the goal is achieved. So this is the agent deployment pattern, and it is applicable for all the industries. So this is something which you should be aware of. You should be using it while building agentic AI applications. What agents are not used for? Okay, so now see, we have seen so many real world use cases of AI agents. Now there are certain scenarios where we should avoid using AI agents. So that is what now we'll discuss. So agents are not ideal for simple deterministic task. So it's a simple deterministic task means we know that, okay, if this is the input, this has to be the output, like fixed calculations and all, like simple. So for simple deterministic task, it is advisable to use tools. Using agents will be like over engineering. You're just wasting resources. So use tools. Low risk static workflows. Like in static workflow, low risk, no need for agents. And if you need ultra low latency systems, like very high, like when time like is critical, like you don't want delay, you don't want lag, their agents will not work, because AI agents, since they communicate with the large language models and other tools also, lag is there. So ultra low latency systems like high frequency trading or some real time embedded systems, there this AI agents will suffer. It will not be an ideal choice. AI agents, they shine where judgment, like when there is a need of complex decision making, there AI agents plays a very important role. Understanding nuance and history context, AI plays a very interesting role, AI agents. And adaptability, adaptability is something which makes AI agents very powerful, wherein on the fly, like when the system is running based on the context is giving new knowledge to the LLM, and while LLM is generating a response, it will take that context into consideration. So the system is evolving. So AI agents, they keep on learning on the fly. So that is the adaptability. They keep on adapting. They keep on learning and shifting strategy. So this is what makes AI agents very powerful. So finally, we completed this lecture. So in this lecture, we saw some real world use cases where AI agents are delivering some real value. And we also got a realization that AI agents, they augment rather than replace humans, because see, humans will always be needed. So agents, they AI agents, they augment humans. So I hope you got a very good understanding of the concepts we discussed in this lecture. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel Scale Up University for more such interesting lectures and courses. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time.